172, and we're about to get started. I am looking forward to this morning's trainings. We're going to do a bit of a warm-up with some swings, and then we're going to get started. Have some heavy work lined up. Heavy two-handed swings, 24 kilos. Some work with the 20 kilos, the 16, and with the 12, if all things go well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But how are you doing this morning? I slept really well. It's Tuesday morning. I'm actually looking forward to today's workout. Went for a 5K run yesterday, putting out a short about that tomorrow, which will be nice to watch, maybe. Learn something about myself, both about mental skill and physical skill, because even if you're physically able to do things, having the mental acuity to pace yourself well is just as important. So yeah, insights all around. For those of you who are watching for the first time, my name is Toby. I train for living a long and healthy life, hopefully well into my 90s, maybe even up to 100 if my body and mind allow me to do that. Because I like to go out on adventures and live a self-sufficient life, do the things that I want to do. And having good mobility, having good strength, and having good conditioning not only help today in my day-to-day, but probably are going to be a good investment in my future, because as a healthy person, this part of the world, probably I'm going to live well into my 80s and maybe even into my 90s, and I'll still be swinging a kettlebell by then. Mark my words. This is not about the way I look. This is about the way I feel, friend. And I think that's an important distinction to make. I think it's perfectly fine and valid to want to look a certain way, or want to lift a certain weight, or want to run at a certain pace, or want to do anything at any kind of level. For me, exercise, sports, is not about performance, but it's about creating the conditions for ability, and creating those conditions for ability by working on my strength, conditioning, and mobility actually has the nice side effect that I start to look and feel more athletic, and I feel really good in terms of my energy. What are the primary things that I focus on? Those are my sleep, 6 hours and 50 minutes today, according to my watch. Usually it's 7.5, so it's a bit less than normal, but still acceptable. Anything below 6 means that I end up wanting to take an afternoon nap. I focus on my food without obsessing over it, but I have a general set of healthy breakfasts and dinner options that I go to, try to take in about 120, 130 grams of protein in a day, and I focus on exercising 30 minutes a day, like we're going to do in a little bit before I head off to the office for work. Yeah, because we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. I think that's one that we often forget, and it's easy to forget, but who we are today has brought us this far and is going to carry us into the future. And we might change our habits, which reshapes our health, but at our core, we're good people. So we don't have to be too worried about that. And I guess the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So we're going to dive in for 30 every minute on the minutes. Upper body, lower body, full body kettlebell workout. And if you're dropping by, please go ahead and say hello, and let me know that you've come by, and where you're dining in from maybe would be interesting to hear and know as well. But yeah, you tell me on the chat. And if you're new to this channel and you like my kettlebell workouts or my stories, just go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'd be more than happy to have this conversation with you over time. Another Tuesday morning. If you hear a bit of noise on the background, it's because I have the doors open to let in some fresh air. And I think there's something being set up or constructed somewhere outside. Just getting a little bit of that stretch and mobility, and we're going to do some halos next, and then we're going to start off with some swings. You know the halos. Work on that mobility, firing of that core, breathing behind the shield. We're going to do kettlebell sports style swing, 20 on each, 10 on each side. You're going to see a mix of hard style and soft style in my workouts. Going forward, there we go. And another 10 and 10. And you'll notice a difference between the amount of repetitions that I'll do with the different kettlebells and the different styles. That was 5 presses. We're going to do 5 presses on the right in the next minute. We're getting a bit warmed up. Also going to switch to a heavier kettlebell for the swings after this. Still kettlebell sports style. So, now we're going to go 10 swings on the left, 10 swings on the right. with the 16 kilo. This is more conditioning than strength. The next minute comes, and one more, 10 and 10, and then we'll do more presses. Very nice. And 5 presses left. 5 presses right. All right. Now let's work on some power with a two-handed swing. And apparently one day I'm supposed to be able to do single-handed swings with this weight. I know, right? But yeah, as a man, I should be able to do this. And no, don't believe in the standards others set for me. That's 5. I'm going to alternate that with presses. I'm trying to figure out if I can clean the 12 well enough in order to do clean hand presses with the 12. Let's see. My wrist is still a bit sore from the kettlebell training because I wasn't cleaning it properly when I got tired. Let's see, doesn't feel like the best clean in the world on the left. Let's see on the right, doesn't feel like the worst either. And the biggest point of practice right now is the hand insertion into the kettlebell. I think the landing is not painful, like I'm not hurting myself, but it is uncomfortable because the bruising is still there. And back to the two-handed swing with the heavyweight. I think the hand insertion with a 12 is one thing. You get to a 16 or a 20, it's a completely different beast. Quads, squat, hamstrings, glutes, neutral spine, and five swings with a 24. Want to be mindful on hiking up the heavier weight, that it is properly hiked up. Maybe you didn't see it, but I felt it. The hiking up wasn't done correctly and could have pulled me off balance or could have pulled something in my back. Again, proper technique. Step by step. Be firm, confident in what you're doing. All right, to go for the no, the timing on the clean is nice. That's a good thing. And a clean also gives it a bit more of that conditioning aspect. By the way, the reason I'm not doing 10 of these in a row is because I'm still mindful of the capacity of my shoulders. So 5 and 5. And over time, as my shoulders grow stronger and heal, will be able to do more. Another set. swings with the 24. And we've been at it for about 14 minutes now. It's 5:50 a.m. I sit down, have a cup of coffee, finish editing the video that I made. My follow-alongs are doing better than expected. There we had a proper hike. Oh, bam. So I'm going to now go for a clean with the 16, but we're going to do a kickstand squat. So single clean, 5 squats. Both legs in 1 minute. The hamstrings with the swings. We're doing the quads with a squat. On the left and on the right. There we go. Some nice little cleans and squats, kickstand squats. Some more heavy swings. I'm going to do some one-sided rows in a bit. Same page. One. Turn on the duration. Okay, we don't have a I wish to be able to clean as well on my left as I am able to on my right. And some more swings. I'm going to alternate with some rows next. And we're just slowly plodding along through our series of work. And to be very honest, the every minute on the minute format gives you a lot of freedom to decide what you want to and don't want to be doing, which I think is a good thing. Also see I scabbed myself and have some blood on my clothes. Which is not a good thing, but not a lot we can do about it now, except put them in the washer and hope the stains come out. Sometimes with the clean, I scratch myself on the kettlebell because some genius decided to powder coat them with a slightly coarse grain. Oh well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On some mornings it is what it is. Peroxide should take it out. Hey Johnny, thanks for the tip and good morning. It's good to see you here. I hope you're doing well, and glad to know you're there and watching along. Thanks for dropping by and thanks for the tip. I will give that a try later. I'll let you know tomorrow. Sounds like part of the family might wake up soon. 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up we go. So we've done single-handed swings, the 16 kilo kettlebell sports style. We've done hard style two-handed swings. Going to do hard style single-handed swings, hard style, with the 20 kilo next. One more set of rows. Now hard style swings, some more cleans and presses, and then we're going to use that as the final rounds for today's workout. And then I think it's also 6 a.m. It's time to grab a coffee, hit the shower, and get on to that commute to the office to work. By the way, I keep saying that's Tuesday, but I think it's Wednesday. I think I lost a day. But you tell me. That's probably Wednesday, isn't it? Short day for kids at school. We'll figure it out, one way or another. Okay, single-handed hardstyle swings, 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right, all in the same minute. And then we're going to do some more presses. Hard style this time. So that means that is a completely different ball game, literally. As you can see, I'm not doing anything crazy. Just taking it step by step, checking my technique. I'll do one more set with the 20 kilo after the presses. Because that is a lot more intense than maybe it looks like. My guess is my heart rate would really spike. And we're going to go for a clean press. Press. Hand insertion's going fine. Press. And straight on to the final hand swings. 5 times left, 5 times right, 20 kilos. Ooh, that was fun. That was also it for this morning. Used 24, 20, 16, and the 12, my co-stars this morning in this production. Hey, Poor Man's Gym, good morning. Thanks for dropping by again. Hope you're doing all right. I am just finished. It's 6:07 a.m. We're gonna have to clean up and get ready to go to work. So we all need to work. It's not all kettlebell swinging. For me, sadly. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for saying hi. Johnny, thanks for the tip. I'll let you know if it works. Poor Man's Gym, thanks for bringing back. Appreciate it. I saw your workup the other day. You're very welcome. You're working hard, man. And I think when you have a channel about showing up and doing the work, and people drop by and talk to me, and they're working hard, the least I can do is drop by once in a while and leave a thumbs up and a comment appreciating their hard work, right? I also appreciate you dropping by here regularly and saying hi. It makes me feel good to know that there are people out there that we're in the same community of trying to get healthy and fit, right? Like I always say, friends, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. Yeah, on Tuesday night, see, I knew it was Wednesday here. Sleep well. We're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. Johnny, sleep well. Poor Man's Gym, have a good night or sleep well. I think you're more or less the same time zone. And I look forward to seeing everyone on my stream tomorrow. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe and watch some videos, like. I'll see you tomorrow, friends. Take care.